Hey guys, just got in from the Emirates Stadium. What a night of highs and lows. Um, Highs outside the stadium, and then once I got inside, it was all a bit after the Lord Mayor's show. Really, not a great game and a poor result for Arsenal. We'll come on to that. We'll start with the protests that happened before the game. I did record a video that I put out on Twitter during that. I'm going to put that up on my YouTube channel as well. I'm not very good at the technological side, but I'll try and link to it. If not, just check out the other uploads. It is there. I love being part of that. I've said already this season many times that for me, football with fans is nothing. It isn't what I love. I'm able to kind of engage with it on a sort of intellectual level and talk about the tactics or the statistics or the players, or, I can get involved with it and I can analyse it, but I don't feel it in the same way. And so being part of that crowd, that big crowd of Arsenal fans, the passion, the camaraderie, it felt fantastic. Now, obviously, I appreciate we are coming out of a pandemic here in the UK. There'll be people who have question marks about that crowd being together. I will say the vast majority of people I saw were in the younger age category, people who would not be considered at huge risk. Ironically, the age category that Florentino Perez tells us that are not particularly interested in Premier League football anymore, domestic football, and just want to watch the Super League, but there you go. But nonetheless, I think, you can question it on that front. What you can't question is the supporters' commitment, their desire for change. I think they want Kroenke out, sure. As a fan base, I think collectively there's almost unanimity on that. But I think what's maybe more interesting is talking about what they want in. And my sense from what I saw today, what I heard today, is that fans want stake in the game. They want representation. And they want to be protected a bit more than they are. They're kind of at the mercy at the moment of broadcasters, confederations, owners certainly. They want protection, they want mitigation. I'm not particularly optimistic about Stan Kroenke selling his shareholding in Arsenal. I'm more optimistic maybe that we might see legislation introduced which changes the nature of ownership and gives fans some of that back. But it was a powerful demonstration, one that I think went beyond Arsenal, one that speaks to a bigger, wider movement among fans, one that is overdue, and one that I think we'll see having reverberations all throughout the Premier League and Europe, possibly. So that was great. I was proud to be there. The performance less so, and what a come down, really. The nature of the defeat, exasperating. An own goal from Bernd Leno after an own goal from the owners earlier in the week, at the end of last week, an own goal from the team today. Arsenal fell foul of VAR again. I don't think that's helping my slight sense of disconnection. I think the absence of the fans is one thing, but I do think the application of the technology as well is just so utterly uninspiring, uninvolving, saps so much of the feeling out of the game, which I have to be honest is really what I love about it. I sort of am not that interested in it as a kind of pursuit of objectivity. The story of the games, it seems to me, is worse with the technology. It is less, to my mind, dramatic spectacle. It is less emotionally engaging. So we're not very good, are we? I mean, that's I keep saying it, we are mid-table. We're very, very mid-table. We've been staring down the barrel of it all season, and as the fixtures tick by and the reality hits home, I think we like it less and less, but it's not going to be a pretty Premier League table come the end of the season, which, to be honest, makes the idea of us competing in some sort of Super League seem all the more absurd. I don't believe for a second that the protests have had any sort of impact on the players or on the performance. It's not like they were happening in the ground. If they have, I think it's negligible. I think much more likely is the fact that the players know the league season is cooked and their kind of minds on the Premier League, or Europa League rather. But you don't go into that tie against Unai Emery's Villarreal with a huge degree of confidence, do you? Having seen what we've seen in the last couple of games. I think Mikel Arteta, I think his position may become slightly more vulnerable. I think as pressure ramps up on the owners, I think it becomes more difficult for them to tolerate underperformance. I think they have a huge amount of faith and belief, and they have a rapport with Mikel Arteta. But I think they would throw him under the bus in a second if they thought, it might sort of go some way towards appeasing the supporters. Maybe that's not true. Maybe they just don't care. But I do think as pressure increases on the owners, the manager becomes more vulnerable. And given the results, I don't think he can complain about that. I'll leave it there for now. Weird day, but yeah, bye.